Oh, hey guys, you're probably wondering what I've been up to, and I'm actually in Vancouver right now going to film school. But I don't know if you guys remember, about a month ago I made a video called I Tried to Live My Perfect Life for 5 days, and a bunch of you were wondering how did I shoot that all by myself? So in this video I'm going to share some tips and techniques on how to shoot your own videos all by yourself and make them look professional. Like for example, that intro sequence you just saw, I used the techniques that I talked about in this video to make that. The 3 main challenges when shooting by yourself are the setup, the focus and framing, and the variety of shots. Obviously, the setup will totally depend on the amount of gear you have. Like if you're shooting with just a tripod and a camera, you're all set. But if you want to include a more advanced sound system or lighting, that's where it gets tricky. For example, this setup took me 45 minutes to set up. 45 minutes. If I had a couple other people, it would have been at least twice as fast. The biggest challenge is that you're the subject of the shot, so you don't know exactly where you'll be when you set up the gear. You'll be constantly readjusting the lights, microphone, and camera until you're finally happy. Focus and framing will be the bane of your existence when shooting by yourself. There are 2 things everyone will notice immediately if they're wrong, but they are the hardest things to get right. My camera also doesn't have a flip out screen, which makes it 10 times harder. For framing, the best technique I could come up with is to guess and check. Because you can't see what you're doing, roughly position the camera first. Then press record, go sit down, and after, go back to check to see if you were off. While this does take time, it works. For focus, this is where you are going to hate your life. Now you could always use autofocus, but if you're like me and want full control of your image or don't have the nicest camera or lens, manual focus might be the best option. I use a stand-in to set focus, so that means I'm gonna have an object like a chair or even your hand that's gonna be on the same plane as focus as you are. So you set focus to that object, and then when you remove it and you jump in, you are gonna be looking crisp. Finally, it's important to remember to get a variety of shots when shooting by yourself. Things like GoPro clips, handheld, time lapses, or even tracking shots will add to the video, making it look like you have an entire production team behind you. The more diverse your footage is, the better and more engaging your video will be. Wow! Anyways, that's all for this week. I hope you guys learned a few different techniques that you can apply to your own videos to help up the production value, even if you're just a one-man team. If you haven't already, go subscribe and follow us on Instagram at TMSProductions_. And as always, we'll see you guys next week. Oh.